Me and Brick were always very serious-minded people. Everything was pretty purpose-driven. I don't know that me and Brick ever had a lot of real personal conversations.
Oh, wow.
To be honest with
Okay.
you, yeah. But that was a chapter in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, I love talking to him. He said he loves watching monster movies because he gets some of his moves from those because he's a big guy, and so that's just kind of the way he kind of works. Yeah.
He's a little bit different a cat, and I'm not going to sit on a podcast. I don't want to sound some way on a podcast, but I will say this, Remy, I get my moves from wrestling.
Not some big Godzilla movie.
I don't even watch comic book movies.
Why would you need to? So, when it came to the veterans, you kind of mentioned some already, but who are some of the other ones that you would kind of either reach out to try to get some advice, or that would kind of pull you to decide, like, hey, I like what you're doing here, maybe do this, or kind of...
Guys, I would say Manimal.
Okay.
I would say Bullman Downs, of course, have places of respect for me always. But there's guys like Jamie Hawley that help me out big time. He does a strongman act. He's a hell of a strong guy in real life. He's a tough guy. He's a cowboy. I think a lot of Jamie Hawley. And then I've got this is a great business in ways, and there's been times at different territory or different places where people have talked to me. I've James Beard. The referee from the old Sportatorium days has given me some really good advice. Aaron Presley out of 360 Pro Wrestling has been really good to me. And then you got workers everywhere. James Storm has produced a match for me, and that was a good learning experience. I've worked with some great national guys, and every time you work with one of those guys, you get to pick up just a little bit different about how they're wrestling in that part of the country. And I don't know. I don't want to start naming any names because there's so many guys, and I
forget some.
I would hate to do that, and it's just been a really positive experience. Everybody's been pretty open with me.
That's awesome,
honestly. So
now, I feel like in a way, as big as wrestling is right now, obviously it's a global situation. People talk about New Japan on a regular basis, England on a regular basis, Mexico, but now here in America, we're getting in a sense, more regional again, territorial almost.
Yes, sir.
So when it comes to Texas, there are so many, it's a laundry list of people coming out of Texas, or people that are undiscovered here in Texas.
Sure.
For those that haven't been to Texas and seen the wrestling kind of community and the scenes, kind of as you've kind of been all over Texas, touch on some promotions that you really think people probably need to pay a little more attention to.
Okay. Sure. So if you're down in Central Texas, you got to check out 360 Pro Wrestling. I do quite a bit of wrestling down there. They really bring the people in these smaller communities in Central Texas really high quality wrestling geared towards them. And I've got a love affair with the people down there. West Texas is always really good to me. Really, really good to me. There's a few promotions out there you could check out. Squared Circle Pro, somewhere I go a lot, BCW. Those would be what I recommended. There's a lot of good wrestling out there. I think do your homework and find a product that speaks to you. And, don't be afraid to check some stuff out, because not everybody's putting the same thing into this stuff, and your dollar is important, right? So
at the end of the day,
at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. So spend it where you want to spend it, and you'll get, you'll maybe get out of it what you want to get out of it.
I love that.
Yes, sir.
Now, speaking of promotions, obviously the wrestlers and workers coming in are the ones that make the promotion better. Who are some wrestlers in the Texas scene that you're like, watch out for them because they're going to be the next whoever?
Okay.
Insert your favorite wrestler.
Yeah, man. Like young guys I really like. Dante Leon is the Trinity River Heritage Championship. Everybody knows about him. He's over in Japan, jet setting. This kid's on fire. He's a badass. So there's a kid out of Dallas named TJ Slater.
Okay.
Looks like $1 million. Cool as shit. He's young.
Yeah.
When he really realizes who he is, he's going to be a guy.
Love that.
Let me think. Who's out west that I like? There's a guy out west Texas. West Texas doesn't get a lot of love. It's kind of insulated.
True. Yeah.
Named Emilio Guzman.
Okay.
Check him out. He's a hell of a workhorse, good-looking guy, little bit of a veteran guy. He's got great-looking gear, great body. He's ready to go. Gas tank on him. Dallas, Austin, San Antonio promotions. Look at your friendly neighborhood vato, Emilio Guzman. He's a good dude.
I love that. So, I was listening to another podcast recently, and they were talking about what normally men have or workers have in their bag on a regular basis. What are some standards for you that are always in your bag?
We're in the locker room.
Okay, yeah,
Here, let's look in my bag.
All right.
Okay, you can't tell them about that.
Okay. There was nothing there.
There's nothing there. All right. I've actually got some stuff.
Okay, there it is. Gotta have a bull rope.
So you got to have a bull rope if you're a cowboy. And actually, my buddy Charles left his wallet and his hat. We did a rodeo last week, so I'm bringing those back to him. Got some trunks. I tell you what, my man Lou Bird.
I was gonna say, who does your gear?
His name's Lou Bird. He's on Instagram at LOU Bird. He's out of St. Louis. These are the nicest. This is the nicest gear. He really chooses nice materials. It takes care of me. You gotta have your wrestling boots. Here's something.
Uh-oh.
Got a bronc riding halter and a bronc rein. That goes on the front end.
Okay. I've been to some radios. I just don't know how they all work.
Man, if you'd ever like to go, I could probably show you some cool stuff. And then we got wrestling boots and so toiletries, and some
obviously.
basic cowboy gear.
Okay. I am always curious because, sometimes a lot of guys will bring food or different drinks because you're here for a while.
Yeah.
So, and then after a match, you really want to make sure you get something in your system.
Man, I used to travel with Bimbo bread products.
Oh.
And I'm a little bit smaller than I used to be now.
Okay.
So I eat a big meal on the way to the show, and after the show, I'm looking to hit a Whataburger drive-thru on the way home, probably. But yeah, I eat pretty clean through the week, and on show day, I just opportunistic.
Yeah. I mean, you're burning it off, so it makes sense.
Yeah, usually I need not getting enough.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, so if anybody's never seen you wrestle, what 3 matches should they watch of yours?
Man, it's probably, I don't know what matches are available.
That's the other thing, is like, where were they
in full, but dude, check out my YouTube channel.
Okay.
It's, I'm Thunderbird Damo McCullough. You can find me on there. I post a lot of match recaps. I had a match with Brick Savage at the last Mountain War Pro show.
Nice.
That was awesome. I've been doing I had a match with Nasty Nick Scott down in where's that, Buckholz, Texas. That was pretty good, and I've got a lot of good videos on there for you to check out. I've been a mile a minute lately. It's hard for me to remember, and I don't want to sit here and say I've been burning it down, but I've been beating ass. It's hard for me to remember, brother.
Nothing wrong. So I was taking my show. I call it the 5 count, just 5 random questions. Just
Nice.
Answer as quick as possible. What are 3 things people would not expect about you?
Oh man, I don't know. I think kind of what you see is what you get.
Okay.
I know everything about the Roman Empire.
Oh wow, that's impressive.
I don't think I do, but I love history, and that's a meme. I love history. I play the guitar. I've got some music on iTunes. Look up Damon McCullough from back when I was playing the bars. And what else? I already told you I threw Highland games.
Sure.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it. Send me a DM if you want to know anything else.
If you owned a liquor company, brewery, winery, or coffee shop, which one would you own, and what would the name be?
Probably a brewery.
Okay.
It'd be something like one of these old names, like something Inn, or the Last Chance Saloon, or the Dusty something. Yeah, I'd need an hour to think about it.
Dusty Glass Saloon or something like that.
Yeah, that's almost it. It's almost finished.
Okay,
Yeah.
you figured it out. What would your last meal be?
Oh, chicken fried steak.
What's your sides?
I like loaded baked potato and a salad with Thousand Island dressing.
Nice. Who or what inspires you?
Oh, man. Rest in peace, Terry Funk.
Love it. And what would you tell your 17-year-old self?
Oh, shit, man. I don't know if I would have listened, but there's an easier way.
True.
There's an easier way.
Now, if people want to find you guys, find you online, watch your matches, come see you live, buy your merch, how can they do all that?
Absolutely. It's Damon Kale on everything. And check out Matt War Pro Wrestling, 360 Pro Wrestling. And I'm down. Catch me at a rodeo. I'm at the Cowtown Coliseum pretty often, helping my buddy Bucks and Bronx. And I'm just, if you're doing something cool in Fort Worth, let me know. I want to get out there.
Love it. Damon, thank you so much for your time. And can't wait to see what the future holds for you.
Hey, thank you, brother.
Thank you so much to Damo for being on the show. Again, if you are in the DFW area, definitely check out Matt Pro Wrestling this Friday. It is going to be an amazing show. The main event is going to be an absolute barn burner. You are not going to want to miss this. So while you're doing that, make sure to tag us and follow us on the social medias. It is Brewsers Pod. That is BREWSERSPOD on the Instagram, the Threads, or the Twitter. If you want to send us an email, it is brewserspod@gmail.com. If you want to follow me directly, it is Rodie John. That is RODIEJON. Rodie John is the name on the Twitter and on Untapped. In case you want to find out what I'm drinking, maybe we can have a beer together. If you want to follow me on the Threads or the Instagram, it is official Rodie John. So until next time, make sure to enjoy life, drink local, and cheers.